Hello, this is Finus again, and I'm continuing my talkthrough slash guide on Dwarf Fortress. And the first thing I'm going to mention is that I've changed the smelter settings here so that they will create 2 fuel and make 1 iron ore. That's just so I could keep the amount of fuel a lot higher than the amount of iron bars being created, because later on I will use all that extra fuel for other things, like working on the iron bars and making the iron bars into first pig iron and then steel, if I find some flux stone, that is. And then I'm probably going to make a stockpile here that only has gems in them that the UL worker is going to work on. And to do that I need to change the gem settings to remove the cut gem and cut glass. Let's see now, block all, permit, forbid, only rough gems, not cut. And I'm going to change all the ones up here so that they won't allow rough gems. And next I'm going to build a farm plot on which I can grow all the other weeds. I think I'm going to open up here and maybe here as well. And also I want to build a floodgate, or perhaps a hatch is better. Yeah, I'm going to build a hatch instead, a hatch cover. And a hatch cover works just like a door, except it's between Z levels, which means if you go up and down like this, it will be between those levels. And what's different between a hatch and a door is that a hatch, when you attach, you can attach levers to doors and hatches, and in that way the door and the hatch will only be opened by pulling the lever. And there are creatures in the game that are building the storage, which can destroy most of the things you build and place like doors, but they cannot destroy hatches, which means if you pull a lever and lock a hatch, they won't be able to get through it. And I will use this later on to make a safe a completely safe water supply, because one of the problems with building a water supply connected to a river is that there are some monsters which the goblins can use when they attack, that are both building destroyers and amphibious, which means they will attack through your water supply unless you have built something in the way that stop them, or have some kind of protection in it. Also, I'm going to start building coffins, like you can see here, and that's because it's good to have a lot of coffins. If for example you get a huge invasion of goblins and they end up killing loads of your dwarves, you have to bury them all, because if you don't, many of the surviving dwarves will have unhappy thoughts, and unburied dwarves will often turn into ghosts after a while. And to get rid of a ghost, you have to either bury the corpse of the killed dwarf, or you have to make a stone slab and then engrave the stone slab, and then build the stone slab somewhere. We'll see if I get the ghost later on. I'm not sure if I will. And the next thing I'm going to do is build a hospital and a eating area a bit down in the my fort, because it's easier to defend it compared to having one near the entrance. Well, not a lot easier to defend, but still. Also, it has building a big meeting hall down here with all the dwarfs down has the benefits of that you can engrave the whole hall, because there's stone down here compared to soil up there, and also it has a lot more place than the eating area upstairs. And this is where I'll have my hospital. A hospital requires a lot more than a eating area though, so I will probably have to prepare some more items later on. For example, I need chains and stuff like that. Now on my next farm plot here, I'm probably going to grow the crops that I'm not growing on the other, which is plum helmets. I think I'm going to grow quarry bushes, and pigtails I want to grow first of all, and then I want to grow dimple caps. Pigtails are the most important ones of these, I think, because out of pigtails you can make cloth, and out of the cloth you can make bags, and bags is good for storing some items. As far as I know, the best way to store seeds, quarry bushes, mill products like flour and sugar and dye, and also sand, for those you have to have bags. I'm not sure if bags can be used to gather and transport water. I don't think so, but often using other ways to transport water is easier anyway, like building buckets. And also I think bags can be placed inside other containers, which means it saves a lot of space. Like you could put loads of stuff inside a bag and then put many bags inside a barrel. Now I start to dig out my big water area where I'm going to keep all my fresh water. And it's important that you don't connect these murky pools, any area that has stagnant water in it, with your river, because if you do, in this current version, the river will get stagnant water in it, and stagnant water cannot be used to clean wounds. If it's used to clean wounds, the dwarves often get an infection and might die out of it. And as you can see here, I've done 3 wide big section here that water can run down into this down stairway here, which will lead down to this area here, which I'm going to channel out, because I want it to be several levels deep. And I've also built right over the level over a section in here, which I've channeled down here, and this is where I'll keep my wells. You have to channel down with your wells, so that there will be an open area here later. And I will probably show you more about this in the next clip, I think.